In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Impact Snap training aid and talking about whether or not it's worth picking up. So what we look for whenever we test out this and other models that were pretty similar, or how it compared to others, did it actually work for me? Is the price worth it or not? Would I recommend something else? And also where the cheapest place to get it is? Before we start, I will just mention our gear giveaway. If you want to enter into our giveaway, so every 1,000 subscribers, simply subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment giveaway down below, do those three things and you'll be automatically entered. So let's talk about my first impressions about this device here. So this is one of the weirder looking training aids on the market, and at first I really had no idea what it was supposed to do or how exactly it would work. Just by looking at it, I really couldn't understand what it was supposed to do. But it has won Golf Digest Best Full Training Swing Trainer award, so I did figure out I'd better give it a try. It's designed to basically work on like your wrist movement and also increase your speed. And it'll also work on things like leg and being at the right impact position, that kind of thing. So you will get more speed, better impacts, wrist movement, all that kind of stuff. So how exactly does it work? And the big downside in my opinion is you can't really hit an actual ball with it. But all you really have to do is grip it and swing normally. It's more of like a practice thing, so something you can do at the house in your spare time, like me, it's exactly what I do, or before your round if you want to warm up. It's a great thing for that, but you can't hit real balls. There's a piece of metal inside that's going to click when you are in the right backswing position. So like when you have the right amount of wrist hinge in your backswing, it'll click, and then again at the right impact position. So when you are in the right impact position, it will click again. So you kind of use that. It's using like audio sounds as well as like visuals in conjunction to help you visualize and get a better feel of what you're supposed to do at the backswing and also at impact. The yellow ball, as you can see in the picture there, it's supposed to touch the bottom of your outside forearm when you are in the right impact position. So how's the build quality? And I was really impressed with the quality and toughness of this trainer, just because I'm sure you've been as well, but you're pretty used to like the cheap plastic devices that are flooding the market. There's tons of them out there that are, they pretty much break if you bend them too much and all that kind of stuff, but it's not something you have to worry about breaking, like the swing guide, for example. And it's something you could have for pretty much forever, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I do like it, even though it does have a bit of a more expensive price tag. I like it is also designed to improve more than one area of your swing. So like most other trainers, they only really work on like one or two things, so you pretty much need like 4 or 5 different things to improve all areas of your game. But this one actually does more than that, and it's one of the reasons why I do like it. The first main thing is like impact position of your hands and wrists, so making sure that your wrists and hands are in the proper position at impact. And then the second is having really good leg in your swing. So just by doing those two things, you're going to increase the speed, and you're going to increase the consistency, and it's just going to be better scores and better golf for you personally. So how does it compare to others? Some of the other trainers like the Swing Eyed and like SKLZ tempo trainers they're pretty good, but they only work on one or two aspects of your swing, like I mentioned before. And I do like this because it's going to work on more, and you're not going to need to carry around 5 different trainers. It's going to help you improve speed, wrist movement, impact, tempo, and your release. Those are kind of the main things that it does work on. So it's just an all-around good thing that's going to improve your game. But the real question is, does it actually improve your game? Or, in this case, did it improve my game? Or is it just a bunch of hype like a lot of the other ones? And I always struggled with having the right amount of wrist hinge and being able to make solid contact. So pretty much before this, I would always have my swing as my wrist didn't bend very much. And part of the problem was I actually broke my wrist a number of years ago, so my mobility in my lead hand is about 50%, so that kind of had a big impact on it. But I pretty much had pretty straight wrists, and then any time I had some sort of wrist hinge, I always had a hard time making my face square at impact. So it's definitely helped out my wrist movement, I will definitely say that, which has produced in more speed through the ball, and that's aka it's going to result in more distance. Not anything crazy, but an extra like 5 to 10 yards, and I'll take any sort of yardage I can get. Plus, I keep it in my office, so I find myself practicing a lot more than before. So if I'd be working, I do maybe like an hour of work and then I'd maybe take like 10 to 15 swings with it. So I ended up practicing a lot more, and that is another thing that's probably resulted in me improving my game. Pros and cons. So pros, it's going to work on more than one area of your swing. It's allowed me to create more speed through the ball, and it's also going to help you improve your short game when pitching. And I really noticed that it wasn't really something I was looking for when I picked it up, but because it's really going to help you it's going to allow you to keep your hands in front of the club at impact. That's really going to help you out when you are pitching. So it is something that's helped me become more consistent around the greens, I should say. Cons, the price point is getting a little bit on the higher side. You can't hit an actual ball while using it. And then the correct position at impact was a bit exaggerated for me. Just because I like I said, I did break my wrist, so I can't bend my wrist. So the correct position that they're saying is to have your wrist bowed at impact. And while you do need that, I found that it was a bit much. So I kind of lessened that a little bit, and it just made me feel more comfortable. But again, if you do have more mobility, it could be perfectly fine for you. Breakdown, performance will give it a 9 out of 10, price score 7, quality score 9, per score 8.5, which is really solid. So let's just jump over to some frequently asked questions about it. So would it benefit a lower handicap player? I would say probably not in terms of performance. Like, you're not going to become a better golfer if you already are a low handicap, because you probably already compress the ball just fine. But I would say it could be a good warm-up aid if you don't have a range to go to. So if you just want to use it to take 10 to 20 swings before your round, I think it could help you out. Does it come with an instructional DVD? No, it doesn't, but they do have instructions on how to use it on their website. It's like a free, like a 7-day thing that you can follow. And then, can it be used for right and left-handeds? So they do make separate products for that. So if you are a left-handed player, make sure you're getting the left-handed specific one. If not, it's not going to work for you. But should you get it personally, I would say if you're someone who has a tough time with wrist movement like myself, or you need to learn how to keep your hands in front of the club at impact, then this could be something that could definitely benefit you. It's a bit on the expensive side, but I've had lessons, and I'm sure you've had it as well if you had taken lessons, that were much more money that didn't give me half the results that using this did. And then, you can always buy it, try it out, and send it back if you don't like it. Or even if you just want to try it out for a few days and then send it back, whatever. Most places have good refund policies, and that's going to be something you can do if you want. But if you'd like to see more images or more reviews, or like a demo, or pick it up for lowest price available, click the link in the description down below. At the time of making this video, that was the cheapest place I could find it. So you can go ahead and check out the current price if you want. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you haven't already watched and commented on our latest video, click the video card to the left and get yourself another entry into our golf giveaway.